reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
Whew, long day today, AQ.
Mm-hmm.
We're a little late, then, all good things.
It's one of those work days that wouldn't end. I could not get home no matter how hard I tried.
I assume you got yourself a nice cup of coffee to keep you somewhat.
I picked up the Costco brand, Kroger, or not Kroger,
Kirkland.
Kroger's Albertsons. Kirkland brand coffee. It's not bad.
Really? I always heard that they were did the thing where they bought it from another company and just kind of slid it into their own manufacturing.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, most companies do that with their store brands of things.
Yeah, unless they were already established and already solidified, where they basically hold up like Folgers. They have their 2 factories out east, and they ship everything out here.
No, what I'm saying, most grocery stores do
Oh,
that
their
when
brand.
it's for their store brands.
Yeah. As for me, I got the peach citrus fresca. I like it. It's right underneath the grapefruit flavored one, but yeah.
Grapefruit's still your top.
The grapefruit's still top. I want to try the black cherry one, but that one I still haven't found. I found, but not at a price I'm willing to pay for a 12-pack, if that makes sense. $15 for a 12-pack is just a no. I can wait a little while.
That's the thing. Soda's gotten ridiculously expensive. And I'm like, do you guys really think people can afford to pay these prices?
Like very recently we purchased the last couple of 12-packs for $5 a piece. I'm like, that's a great deal. I remember when we used to be paying like 3 for $10 for Pepsi. And I'm like,
Yeah.
2 for 10? Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what I'm doing is 2 for 10 because most of the time I'm buying it on the buy 2 get 2 for the $10.99 or whatever.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm paying $20. I'm paying $5 per thing.
I could definitely see adding a little bit of sugar to this one and throwing it in the slushy machine we have, and just kind of having that on a nice hot day. But otherwise,
Oh, you guys got one of those slushy machines?
yeah, it was super super inexpensive, and I think I got it for Christmas, and
Nice.
we dusted it off to use it with a Kool-Aid, the pink lemonade that you had the last time you were here, and a couple other juice varieties. Powerade doesn't work too well in it.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
I've heard that Ninja ice cream maker is amazing, but I've never tried it.
Now those are pricey.
Those are very pricey.
But I would love to try one as well. Hey, I can add one over to the to the throne, and then have you come over and try it out if someone wants to.
There you
go. But yeah, go and check out the throne if you happen to want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form. There's a bunch of stuff on there that will still help the channel, such as a new camera or a new microphone for either Quincy's side or my side. Mine is starting to get a little techy, but I figured out a fix for now. Hopefully everything works fine on the recording. I'm looking at the waves. The waves are fine.
It did start smoking mid podcast, but it's fine.
Almost, but as said, go and check out the throne if you guys have some extra money doling around. Now, I'm going to speed through the 3 new Humble Bundles that have popped up over the last 4 days. First one starting with an entertaining comic, The Resurrection Bundle by Oni Press. The titles of these are such things like Blood Type, Catacomb of Torment, Cruel Kingdom, Cruel Universe, Epitaphs of the Abyss, and there's a whole bunch more, but it gets gory the further down I go. So I'm just going to stick with Blood Type, which seems to be a vampire telling story. I love the covers. The covers are very dark and gruesome, but I really enjoy them. $18 for all 39 of these items, and it helps out the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. The Comic Book Legal Defense Fund is a nonprofit organization protecting the freedom to read comics. Our work protects readers, creators, librarians, retailers, publishers, and educators who face the threat of censorship. CBLDF is a lead organization that works hard to protect the rights that our community depends on. Please support our important work by buying some
Woohoo!
really wicked looking comics. Like, I'm just gonna spend just a moment on these covers. Like, they actually look pretty dang sick. A little gruesome. There is one where a gentleman with a snake tattoo has a snake coming out of his eyeball.
Justin, what'd you do with my lighter?
Your lighter?
Yes.
I don't. Huh? I feel like I'm missing the reference there.
No, I just couldn't find my lighter because I want to light a candle and I wanted to blame you.
Oh, okay. Check your back pocket.
Nope, that's where I keep my corn dog.
Oh, why do you have a corn dog in your back pocket?
Listen, man.
But
I kind of
I love the retro look of Cruel Universe and how it has like this 1940s into 50s, old school pinup-ish style, looking to them. Further down, you got weird aliens. Epitaphs of the Abyss has these really dark motifs to them. Can't go any further down though because it gets really really dark. But go check that one all out. Badoop. Quincy, do you like chess? I probably asked this before,
uh,
but
I do. I only know what base moves the pieces can do, so I can't play with anyone that actually knows how to play any level of real kind of chess.
okay.
Um, so like
Okay. That's
like
fair.
anybody that knows any kind of special move will immediately destroy me in a chess game.
Okay. So me, I know a few opening gambits. I know how to somewhat play. I
Now,
learned in middle
now
school how to
checkers,
checkers, yeah. Checkers would actually be
I
a
will
pretty
still
fair.
lose that.
Oh. I was gonna be like I can at least throw a few because I usually with checkers I never pay attention to all the pieces, but with chess I'm seeing them all quite clearly. It's bizarre, but how about chess but different? So the Checkmate, a chess games collection, features games such as 5D chess that involves spatial, temporal, and parallel dimensions while playing chess. It's a bit weird. I time travel in chess doesn't really work in my mind, but I am very curious to at least see how that game plays. It of course comes with regular chess in case you want a beautiful high resolution version of chess that supports 4K, approved Grandmaster AI, VR capability in case you want to put on your VR headset and sit in a nice quiet room while playing chess against a robot, a nice version of chess. And then you get all of the less than normal versions of chess, such as Pawnbarian, a quick playing turn based puzzle roguelike. You play cards to move your hero like a chess piece against a tiny dungeon board. It's all about tactical density, clearing floors of monsters using a deck of chess moves. I and this isn't the only roguelite. All the rest of these are roguelites, which I'm like, you don't really see that many chess roguelites, so I'm very inspired by all of these. I've played two that aren't even on this list, and
I'm just
there's
surprised that enough people decided to make chess games.
yeah, and I mean they seem like they're fun. The Ouroboros King, a chess roguelike. You assemble an army of fairy chess pieces, units with non-standard moves, and collect relics to defeat a sinister coven. Gambit Shifter, a minimalist, cozy puzzle game. You control a single piece and solve your way through 80 plus puzzles. It focuses on Zen atmosphere and shifting your pieces form to reach the goal. And then below the crown, a love letter to roguelites and chess from the creators of Duskers. It's a dungeon crawler where you use spells and tactical positioning to survive. It seems tactical positioning is chess, so be prepared. That's going to be most of the rest of these games. It
What
introduces
was the name of that one?
below the crown.
Okay.
Then there's Dark Chess. It introduces Fog of War to the board.
Jesus.
That's dark. So if I move a bishop into a weird spot, I won't be able to see what's going to hit it straight on. I like that idea, but I worry about how that plays. A deck building chess roguelike combines the positioning of chess with the unit recruitment of a deck builder. You navigate procedural biomes, upgrade your pieces, and try to keep them alive. Permadeath applies. Hmm. Usurper, a turn-based roguelike deck builder where your king is your strongest weapon. You play cards to drop units onto the board and protect your ruler while pushing the enemy territory. The Rookery, an explosive, fast-paced chess roguelite. It focuses on ridiculous abilities. You can spawn queens everywhere, explode enemy pieces, or move twice in a row. Oh boy.
That's how I already play chess.
Yeah, all right. And then he throws out the rule book. A collection of Chessorama, a collection of 8 different chess-inspired puzzle and strategy games. One might be a Sokoban-style puzzler, while another is a soccer chess match. It's a massive variety pack of dioramas. So if you happen to like chess that much, $12 for all of these, not too terrible, and it helps out one of my favorite charities, the World Central Kitchen. The World Central Kitchen is a nonprofit organization addressing food insecurity during and after natural disasters and humanitarian crises, while
Nice,
also
nice.
operating long term programs aimed at improving livelihoods by strengthening local food ecosystems. Yay! But and the last one I'll talk about, because there are like 12 new bundles that have popped out. There was one that only popped out for literally from Thursday of last week to tomorrow. So it only had a week. Go and check those ones out. Those ones are actually pretty cool too. But talking about that one on something that only had less than 24 hours left wouldn't have been cool. But this one has a little bit of time. The Multiplayer Madness 2026, for those who like to mosh pit with a bunch of friends, whether in a retail setting, hopefully not having a bomb explode, um, growing crops and using those crops to shoot at one another, or just being a cool tactical squad. Starting with Shotgun Farmers, a game where if you miss, your bullets fall down and become seeds to build more guns. It's very odd looking, but it's super interesting. It's very Garden Warfare. What was it? Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare.
But yeah,
Very odd though. Phantom Squad, a 1 to 4 player co-op tactical top-down shooter where it blends the fast-paced combat with real-time strategy. You can plan your mode of attack and execute on your command type of ordeal. Gives me very Splinter Cell vibes. Fish Stick Protocol, a very odd game where you're at the very bottom of a sea trying to get some treasures, but there are some things that's lurking around. I don't think this is a game for Quincy and I, considering we don't really do deep sea stuff.
yeah,
Uh,
not a fan.
Run Gore. So Slay the Spire 2 just came out not too long ago, and it has co-op mode. Run Gore came out maybe 2 months prior and has pretty much the same thing, but with a little bit more of silly meme humor, and some actual really cool references. But I love the pixel art style that is in Run Gore, and I could probably recommend it, seeing as Slay the Spire 2 sold disastrously well. So if you and a couple friends want to hop into this one and keep that good time rolling, I recommend it. Uh, One that I don't know if I would recommend just because I worked retail for a time, Retail Company Simulator. Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about it. uh,
That's giving me a headache just thinking about it.
yeah, I don't know how I would run it so into the ground, but still hope it made money. You know, it'd be one of those things where I don't want to play it by the book. Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, a voxel adventure with some really interesting. I hate when the videos log out like that, but a really interesting physics engine where you are built out of small blocks, bits and bobs, and when they explode, so does everything around it can. And like explosions cause actual physics, and your body can literally become pieces Like you can blow up yourself down to just your arms. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. Um,
Okay.
I was like, okay, that's a fun one. One of my favorite games on this list, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. I played this a long time ago at the GameStop Expo before a GameStop turned into a shill. I put on a headset and had a random guy talk me through trying to defuse a bomb. I don't see the instructions. He's talking me through it. I'm having to relay back, words and things
I
that are on it. So
I
fun.
watched a really fun video with this where it was two guys doing this who were actual bomb squad.
I'm gonna have to find that video. That seems like such
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun.
Okay, I'm gonna actually write that down because I am gonna probably eat after this and want to watch something very fun. Party Club. Watching the trailer for this one, I wish I could tell you what the fuck this is about, but I have no fucking idea. It looks like it's a little like help. What do they fucking call it? The cooking one where you and a friend are trying to cook for other people.
Overcooked.
Overcooked a little bit. The other one that's very similar to that one. It feels like that, but very much more chaotic. Because you can fart on your guests or bash them over the head with a rolling pin. And I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I don't quite understand. It looks fun. It looks like a nice time, but I feel like I would want to strangle whoever plays it with me. And last but not least, the most odd of the entire games, Bogo's Binted. For those who understand the meme, have you got your photos printed? Bogo's Binted, and then they disappear. Um, you have to play as an alien, playing either a board game or a card game, and you can lie and so on and so forth. And if you're caught in one of the lies, or if you lose one of the games, like I think one of them's pretty much Old Maid, where you're trying not to get the maid card, and if you lose, your face gets blown off.
It's kind of like that shotgun game I see everyone playing on stream.
Yeah. Um, all the games are, of course, different, changed names such as Zogblorp, Bleeple Meep, Zinky Zoogle, and Vorp. Yeah,
All right.
I mean, if you have a couple friends that want to play some crazy card slash tabletop games that aren't quite right, Bogo's Binted, sure.
I mean, none of my friends are quite right.
True. And this charity that helps out is care.org, founded in 1945 with the creation of the CARE package. CARE is a leading humanitarian organization fighting global poverty. Equipped with the proper resources, women and girls have the power to lift whole families and entire communities out of poverty. In 2022, CARE worked in over 110 countries, reaching more than 170 million people through 1,600 projects. Ooh.
Nice.
All right, time to get the bad news out of the way. So, I named our podcast for today DLSS 5 Deep Learning Super Slop 5. I did not like what Nvidia had to show for why we now have to pay what we have to pay for RAM and graphics cards now. And the Nvidia director, I did stand up for him about a month back. Now I don't want to stand up for him anymore because he's like, this is perfect. This is what you guys are wanting, right? Suck it up, Buttercup type of ordeal. So
There's nothing they could have done in this that would have made me jump on board because of how much I dislike AI, how much I dislike this concept. It doesn't
yeah,
matter how good it works. It doesn't matter how streamlined it is. I would not have liked this. And then
and
they showed us this, and I went, "Oh, so not only do I not like it, you straight up didn't even try to sell me on it. You showed me what every advertisement on X or Twitter or whatever the fuck we're gonna call it this week is. Everything on Instagram, all the things on Reddit. This is just a fucking Snapchat filter, completely ignoring the art style of the artist going onto the characters. That's all this is.
Yep, pretty much. And someone from Capcom, one of the art directors from Resident Evil Requiem, said, "I don't like it. This is not the direction we wanted for this game at all. We had no idea DLSS was gonna reach this level. This is not what we want. We have the reason why the characters look how they look, um,
Mhm.
and
Told us they were designed that way.
yeah, and they are slightly thinking about because Capcom is a 100% no AI driven company. They are ensuring that their future game releases are not going to have any form of AI whatsoever. Everything
I
will
mean, one
be
of the problems with that is
handmade.
they're a publicly traded company that just had another 5% of it bought by Saudi, who's currently the new owner of EA, who is firing everybody to replace them with AI.
That
It
is
may get to a point that Capcom won't get to decide.
I'm hoping. Well, luckily, the RE engine is a very quick tool, so that way they don't need to make AI things. Because if you recall,
No one needs to make AI things.
but you know what I mean, where they won't need to rely on the AI to make stellar looking games. Requiem, even on my 4060, looks spectacular. I just did my speed run through it, and I I've, I ran into a couple hitches during the Raccoon City parts, but overall, I had zero problems. I did
No,
not
that's
count.
just how Raccoon City feels.
Yeah, yeah, you lose frames when you enter. It's just how it is. But on a more serious note, like it was
That
a
you just keep hearing someone grunting stars from the darkness.
I honestly thought I did hear that when I was wrapping up the Cambridge apartment area. I thought I honestly heard someone going stars, and I was like looking around. I was like, but yeah, no. As soon as I wrapped up that speed run, I was like, this does not need. I didn't even have frame generation, which would have made it run a lot smoother. But overall, game looked great. Game looked like I was playing on my series, you know, and it's a Series
There are
S, not an
games
X.
there are games to this day people will tell you are amazing because they are. I'm not saying they're not. But if you look at the graphics, they're fucking dog water compared to other things at the time or things now. And people will still tell you how fucking phenomenal they are. The
Yeah,
graphics, like, they matter to an extent, but this isn't the answer to making better video games. This isn't the answer to getting paid more on video games. And when we talked about this, a week or two back or whenever it was we talked about it, I was like, and how much stress is this going to put on your system? I mean, we got systems already struggling to play certain games, and now they're going to have to run fucking AI bots in the background to fucking, give it, different graphics. This is fucking taking 250s to fucking do this. Look at him. Look at how terrible that made Leon look. And look how the rain suddenly starts hitting him weird.
yeah. Wait till you get to the Starfield portion because the Starfield like has a very unique charm to it, and then when you throw on that filter, and it just kind
God,
of it
so
feels
bad.
so uncanny. And then it
So
does the
waxy.
second scene of Starfield, and I'm just like, this is weird. And then it says, "Oh, hey, you know that AI filter that's on TikTok all of a sudden? Yeah, here it is." Oh, it looks so uncanny, so bizarre. Uh, Nvidia,
Like,
stop. Stop it. I like the
it's gonna
idea.
melt fucking systems to make everything look like shit.
Yeah. Now, the 40 series can run DLSS 5, not 5.5, but it can run DLSS 5 on low standards. It'll be load bearing, so it has everything riding on its GPU processor. And as you've mentioned, um, as we've seen with this, it'll probably make the generation look super nice, super crispy, but have that weird, uncanny face filter that makes them look like they're models, like they are not who they are supposed to be. I
Well,
worry.
and putting to the side whether or not it looks like if you look at it and go, oh yeah, it looks like AI. We're straight up going, this person's art style doesn't matter anymore when we do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, because going
Like,
back,
what makes Elden Ring beautiful? Is it that it's realistic? No. It's the art style they chose to go for.
Yeah, for some odd reason, after the DLSS, like you can see a little life in the eyes. You know, you can see that there's a little bit of animation in those eyes, and then as soon as the DLSS turns on, all that life just turns into the whole face, not in the eyes. The whole face is life, and I don't like it.
You also notice how these are, or they keep showing us these on like moving images, then they freeze it and do it, and then they don't hit play.
Oh yeah, and then they do it. Yeah,
Can it
okay.
not handle actually making it move, which is what it's going to need to do since this is running in cutscenes?
Well, it has it run. It pauses it when it puts on the filter, and then has it do its. Oh, there we go. Okay, it did it for Starfield.
Okay, so yeah, we got okay, yeah, so okay, I was wrong. There's a couple seconds of movement. All right, I was wrong.
But
Okay,
yeah, it is still very. I just was going back and forth between it, just
yeah,
looking. Um, I don't like it. I'm hoping that the frame generation allows for smoothness and like textures to become a little bit more clearer. Not this. I don't want this. I don't want any of this. If I turn on DLSS 5 on low like my 40 card can have, I just want the game to run at 120 frames just so that way I can get the full benefits of my monitor. But at the same time, I don't want it jittery. I don't want it looking like it's fucking I'm playing on Play-Doh. I don't want gunplay acting like,
I don't want
things.
all my games to look like each other.
Yeah, correct. I don't want copy and paste from another game. Now, that being said, I would love to see space travel on DLSS 5. Now, is that going to be something that it can do? Is it something that can handle, or is it just human models that DLSS 5 is
Let's think,
capable of
what was
running?
this trained on? Was it trained on nothing but, hey, this is what a human face looks like. This is what it looks like when you give it Botox, make it do that? Or is it going to do everything? Because like we saw it do something to her jacket in this case.
Yeah. It,
But
it gave their jackets a little bit more like definition, a little bit more bulk to them. But then again, these guys, I believe they're mining facility individuals, so they're supposed to, have this kind of padded stuff. They look dirty, they look gritty, but yeah, the faces are just so.
it gives everything a gloss and then puts lights on it. That's all it
Yeah,
does.
yeah. And yet with that gloss, it also like high resolutions their face while everything else kind of looks medium resolution. Like it's yeah, God, I keep saying it. It's just uncanny. It is so weird. Like
The
even
games they chose to show it on too are interesting. Like, okay, Resident Evil, I get it's top seller. Starfield, which a lot of people end up being unhappy with.
yeah,
Hogwarts, which is a lot of people unhappy.
yep.
One of the FIFA games where it's like, is that really what people are focusing on the FIFA games? Like, I
I
thought it was about
mean,
kicking this.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Having if that was actually like Ronaldo and all that doing their and you actually see their their face and all that, I could see DLSS being a little bit used for that because you have you have someone who you're training it on who looks like Ronaldo, and so you would base it on Ronaldo, and it would look, oh, would you look at that, like Ronaldo, or maybe even a
Fuck it,
wrestling game.
pay the guy just to fucking record him celebrating really quick and put it in the
That's
game.
well, that's precisely it. But I mean, as far as making it look better is what I'm saying. As far as teaching that robot to make it look a little bit better, because voxels are they're not voxels. Texture mapping is still a thing, and DLSS kind of fixes and smooths out those ridges. I get it, but you can teach DLSS. Here's his face. Put that on that body. That would be actually a pretty good use of DLSS of how it can actually throw it onto what it's supposed to be thrown onto. I looked up who number 4 of the Manchester United. It did an okay job. I would have preferred probably another couple that I could easily tell who that was supposed to be. But
Oh, I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat it. I couldn't tell you like a single team's name other than Manchester, but that's because we're talking about it currently.
yeah,
Like I know nothing about football, soccer, whatever you want to call it.
I know
Um,
Madrid. I know Brazil and like
oh
one
yeah, like I
other.
know that like countries have teams, but yeah,
Eh. But this I want to see DLSS do well, not like
I
this.
don't. I don't. I want to see it fail. I want any AI crap to just fail. Did you hear that they grew brain cells and taught it Python and have it playing Doom, and it's learning to play Doom better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody out there read I have no mouth and I must scream.
That's how we get Am.
Like, Ellison had it there. He's not the first one.
Like it shrank her face
I noticed it shrinks a lot of the faces.
and then it like pushes it forward. I I
It
kind of want
also doesn't do anything to the background.
I'm not gonna. I actually am very like. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to. I don't want this. I'm with you on it. I don't want it to be this. I want to see it do the thing that it was originally planned to do when DLSS one was back on fucking Prey, the space psychological horror game.
Yeah.
DLSS 1 was supposed to fill in the gaps to make things a little bit more, convoluted. Basically, fill in the gaps between how things were supposed to be outside of your view. You know how whenever you see those mimics turn into something just out of the corner of your eye, that was DLSS. That was supposed to be them doing a frame shift. And I'm like, that's how I would have expected current DLSS to work, where it would have things kind of going off, small sparks, just small textural things that you can enjoy in your field of view. Skip ahead to now, and we're doing it on fucking faces. Like if you look at the storefront on the Requiem one with her, it looks fine, looks great. You add in the DLSS, does absolutely nothing to change
Yeah,
it.
it's not changing anything in the background. So you have a decently done storefront where they did not put any details. You even have some fuzziness on what looks to be some kind of like juice container or bleach. It's shaped like a bleach container but colored like juice.
Yeah.
Um, you have a bit of fuzziness on it because they weren't putting the details on it because you're not looking at it. And this thing still comes in and it doesn't do anything to the background at all. It only focused on her face and her hand. I guess her clothing too. Like,
Yeah.
she's the only thing it focused on. What is the
It,
point of this?
it
Especially
did
for it pulling this much fucking pull.
it did a little bit to what I can tell on the other individuals in this scene, but
Yeah, because it's seeking out people.
that hand looked funny. That hand looked funny, not haha funny. Um, yeah, it seems to still have a problem with hands. I would like to see probably somebody eating spaghetti and seeing if they could do it. You know, we've come a long
Yeah, what
way.
is going on with the spacing on those fingers and the width?
I wish I could tell you, but I'm
This is there you go. I'm gonna rewrite. I'm gonna say it online on here because this could be a movie, and I'm gonna jot this down.
okay. Okay, get the screenplay. I'm also noticing when the DLSS is on, there's a person kind of wandering awkwardly over here that was not in the original.
It
Oh
That's
no,
the thing is
oh no,
it
they
clipped
are,
a couple
they are.
people because so it's like it's almost like it took too long that it's actually doing it way later than in that scene.
Yeah, I will say this: having something that already has pre-existing lighting, something that they took just basically the source image on, something that how I mentioned if they took Ronaldo and put a little bit better texture on Ronaldo's face, it would look very similar to how Leon looks with the LSS 5 on. But guess what? We go back to the original. It doesn't look that bad or far off. Like when you turn on the DLSS, it basically forces ray tracing, which means you're getting higher resolution light fragments that are coming in. You're getting what is the other tidbit that they were mentioning with path tracing, so that way you can see hair follicles. I'm like, I have my hair set to low and it still looks good, guys. I don't
Guess what?
care.
I don't need to see hair follicles to shoot a zombie in the face.
That is, yeah, correct. Like I don't want to have my midlife crisis through Leon while also being like, is he getting gray hairs? This motherfucker could have a
One of
full
the
head of gray.
images I saw that someone showed, it was this image, and they showed it and like his lips like got really puffed up, and so clearly it was like a mock-up where someone was really making fun of it. But it's kind of what it feels like. It kind of feels like we're just doing digital lip filler and
He
digital
he does get
Botox.
he does get a little bit of he gets a little lip tint, a little pink lip tint.
Yeah, and they shined a flashlight on his face. Like they increased the light.
Yeah,
I
that
It's pointless. It's useless, and it's gonna burn through your system.
yeah. I'm hoping that it doesn't because there are certain games that I still like running DLSS on. Cyberpunk, I love having it on just because it makes it look really smooth, really nice. It's just frame generation, just so that way I can, kill guys really fast without things shitting all over itself. Doesn't do anything to the faces, doesn't do anything to any of the textures otherwise. Um, but I
Do you
I
remember when we were impressed with CGI in The Matrix, and that was good enough? And it's amazing CGI, especially for its time.
Oh yeah, and now we're in the -1 era where I sit there and I go, we have -1, which is mostly
Yeah,
CG, and it's
yeah, no, no,
fucking damn fine CG.
it's gorgeous. They did great. But we're sitting here going, no, we need robots to do it, and they're gonna do better. And then they turn this out, and they go, see, it's better, but it's fucking not.
It's not like we could spend another 45 minutes just beating up on Nvidia, but I don't want to do that for this entire cast.
I I I I am so happy I don't own stock in them.
I came close to. I came real close to because it's starting to go. It's starting to go back up, but yeah, I'm glad I don't. I don't. This is the reason why RAM sticks and SSDs are a little pricey.
Are fucking
Now,
grand.
now that being said, head over to Micro Center or Newegg. Newegg is running a deal where you get a motherboard, some RAM, and I believe a processor, and you can save up to like $600 off. So you're getting it for the natural price. Sure, it's not as cheap as it used to be with those types of deals, but you're still getting it for a adequate price. I believe 32 gigabytes of DDR5 with the cost of the motherboard and an okay processor is like $111. And I'm like, that's not bad. Especially in today's time when that two RAM sticks would have been maybe 250-ish. So go and check out Newegg. Go and check out Micro Center if you're in the market for a good looking computer. Um, Hopefully that AI bubble will pop and you can just go on Facebook Marketplace and pick up one of those through there. But until then, that's the best I got. Time to get to the good news of this podcast.
What am
Game
I getting a
Pass.
commercial?
Oh, I forgot to hit the dismiss button on it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a commercial for Denny's right now, and I gotta say, that's the best Denny's food has ever looked.
Yeah. Denny's food looks
Oh, great! Now I'm getting
edible.
a Ritz cracker that's covered in chocolate and peanut butter.
That sounds really good right now. I'm not gonna front.
They're like minis. They're called del delicious minis. They've got a caramel one. I guess it wasn't peanut butter. They got a caramel and a chocolate.
Mm.
I'm
Hmm.
getting good ads right now on fucking Twitch, man. I'm getting ready or not to. Here I come.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, great. No, it ended. Now I'm getting quantum pleasure. All right, continue.
Uh.
I
So
wanted to kill time for anybody watching so that they could actually get the full screen back, but it keeps running more ads.
yeah. Good news. South of Midnight is just crossing over to cloud gaming, or handheld, so that way you can play.
I didn't finish it, but what I played of it, I enjoyed. I got pretty far into it in the first like night or two I played it. And I just got busy. It wasn't anything about the game. I just got busy. I was enjoying it. The story was interesting. It was an interesting game mechanic. Yeah,
I concur. I didn't get too far into it either. I love the animations. The animations were they seem to have locked it to like a stern 24 to 30 frame rate, but it does it in like a very beautiful artistic way. Music was great. I fell in
right.
love with the music as soon as I heard that battle music start up. I was like, "Ooh, I can get down with this."
See, and we've had this conversation before, though, and it does kind of play into what we're talking about with this NVIDIA crap. Is you talk about the frame rates, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I was just playing the game.
Yeah. There are some games where I would like for them to look a little more pretty or to run a little bit more stable. And Requiem, or actually,
Stability, I will give you. I understand why in a game to run better. I get that. I respect that.
but it shouldn't need to look prettier with weird
I mean,
AI
make
face
it,
bloat.
the developers will make it as pretty as they want and have the time to put in.
I
That's the
mean,
thing. There are people in 2026 that are making 8-bit games.
yes,
And you don't sit there and go, "Oh, these games are trash." You sit there and go, "Oh, hey, these are fun games that they did well in 8-bit."
yeah,
Well,
and
that's a not superior. That's an inferior graphic.
much
That's
so,
what
yes.
8-bit is. It's an old graphic style that, we decided we could do better than and have proceeded to do better than, but we go back to it. So it's fine when it's a stylistic choice. But this Nvidia thing's taking away stylistic choice. I'm sorry. I know we were trying to move on. We'll go back to the Game Pass thing.
No, you're golden. The first game I'm going to talk about in the next section is literally a throwback to old school generation games, and even puts it on, like, I would say, a 64-bit, but it looks really good for its game, and I'll show you in a moment. The Altars. I heard about this storytelling uh lab management style game where you play as a bunch of scientists that are trying to figure out who is real and who is an alter. And at the same time, they're just trying to coexist and continue living. I didn't quite understand the meaning behind it, but it's available now for cloud gaming. One of my favorite games of 2024, Disco Elysium, the final cut, is heading over to Xbox Game Pass. To anyone who has Xbox Game Pass, that when it comes out,
I have not played any Disco Elysium yet, so should I play this, or do I need to
yes.
play something else before
Nope.
this?
This is the first. This
Okay,
is
'cause this is the final cut. So I wasn't sure. So it's kind of like a director's cut type of thing.
yeah. It adds in a few extra little NPCs, and I believe one extra ending if you go looking for it.
Nice.
Um, it it is it is very heavy on the politics, so be aware that there's going to be a little bit of like geopolitical, almost neo-Nazism thrown at you. But you can, of course,
Uh,
you can
we
fight that. Huh?
we're fighting them. They're the bad guys.
They're the bad guys, but you can,
Okay.
in this game, if you so choose, you can coincide with them because
Don't
you
like that.
yeah, don't like that, but choosing to work with them actually opens up a draw of I'm an inside agent type of thinking.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
I
not
can get
just,
behind that.
but there is, of course, you can go 100% into the skinhead route and do that. And I'm like, but it
That's
is, yeah,
that's interesting.
it it is a satire game from the start. You start off as a let go style detective that is supposed to be investigating a murder, but you don't even remember your own goddamn name. So you have to remember everything about yourself. And that could be, what did you believe in? Did you have a heart in your country? Did you have a heart in your loved ones? Do you not even have a heart for anyone? Like it kind of hits your own psychological warfare while also being like, hey, there's a guy who likes you because you are that color of race. Do you want to learn more about that? And it kind of molds into things. It's odd, but as said, Disco Elysium, fantastic narration style game. Music is a cut above. And I'm excited for their new game, Zero Parades for Dead Spies, that will be coming out this year. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, a very interesting game to come over to Game Pass. I'm probably gonna hop into that one.
If I win the lottery, the first thing I'm doing is paying off my debt. The second thing I'm doing is buying a house. The third thing I'm doing is locking myself in a room for a week and playing all of the Yakuza games.
you're gonna need a lot longer than a week, but you're gonna need a lot longer than a week. Zero alone
You know,
should.
No, because it's one of those things. Like every time I try to do these, something happens, and they're subtitled, and I'm dyslexic. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Good news.
it's like every time I turn around, they're throwing another one on Game Pass. I'm like, guys, I still haven't finished the first one I tried playing.
Yeah, good news. Zero, Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, and Kiwami. I don't know if Kiwami 3, but I think 3, the remake version of it, all have English voiceovers. So if you happen to want to hop into those again, good
Yeah,
news.
but I want the whole story, and I know that some of these are side things and they don't really pertain, but I know that other things really build on the story, and that's where like my impasse is at.
Okay, okay. Then, yeah, yeah, a whole week.
Like I
We'll.
tried playing Zero, and I was like, I need to. Every time I tried to sit down and play, like, okay, I got half an hour to myself to play this game, and I would start playing it, and someone would call me or
Uh,
something. You know, I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to focus on this game.
yeah, zero is a long one too. So a half hour in zero would be a drop in the bucket. I like zero. Zero's
Yeah, but it's one of
fun.
those things like I was gonna have to part it because I'm busy, I have a job, it's just life crap,
Yeah.
like I have no choice but to break the games into parts. And it was one of those things that every time I would be like, oh, I can squeeze 30 minutes in,
Yeah.
something would happen, and I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking finish this game.
And Like a Dragon plays like a JRPG, so it's even a little odd to play
Mhm.
Like a Dragon comparative to a regular Yakuza game. I might hop into this one. I've been meaning to hop into the Like a Dragon or the offshoot variants ones where you play as I don't even remember his name. It's not Kuwabara. That's Yu Yu. Uh,
That's you.
yeah, I don't know. But
I'm
even
not
still,
sure because I haven't done it, so.
yeah, that's fair. Absalom. I've heard of this game. It's like a roguelite adventure. I believe it's a top-down beat 'em up. Um, I believe it is going to be all across the board for the Xbox Series XS, PC Cloud. A city builder called Nova Roma is going on game preview on PC. The Long Dark is heading over to cloud. I believe it's still available on the regular console port. I didn't mind Long Dark for a person who doesn't mind survival and craft 'em ups. Long Dark is okay. Resident Evil 7, the one where you're inside the beautiful house, the beautiful Baker home, is hopping onto cloud gaming. Uh,
Would we use the word beautiful?
I mean, for a home in Louisiana, it's not bad.
First of all, be nicer to Louisiana. Second of all,
It it's a nice house. I'm
how
not
much
gonna.
of that house is covered in weird mold monsters?
Okay, the basement. I get your point, and also,
Which is also partially flooded.
you are correct. And also, the father Baker goes through half of the building and destroys the garage.
Yeah. The
Mild spoilers.
garage the garage battle had me shitting bricks, dude.
Yeah. I
I did
actually
not
really
think I was gonna
enjoyed
make it. I did it my first try. I thought for sure I was gonna die like 6 times doing that. I got it on my first try, and I kinda sat there for a minute like,
it.
"Ooh."
And it seems every one of these little Game Pass notifications has the weird one that neither one of us will play, but is still very interesting to see. Barbie Horse Trails is coming to the Game Pass. Yeah, no, miss me with miss me. And then at the very end, a shocker, considering a couple ago we got Final Fantasy 3, we're getting Final Fantasy 4 appearing on the Game Pass. 4 is the first one I have ever played way back when. This one has up-rendered sprites, so that way they look really good. Not really a touch to their music. It's still a little pling plongy, but I am very curious on what else they made look better or sound better. Uh,
I
at
I remember 4, but I don't think I ever played. I'm looking at it right now. I don't think I ever played 4.
yeah,
3, I think, was the last one I played until 11?
11,
Yeah, 11? Which one's the one with the car?
15.
15. Okay, 3 was the last I played until 15.
I
And then I went
did
back and I started playing other ones, which is probably where 11 came into play.
yeah, the online one is 11.
I tried the online one when it came to Xbox. I was like, I've been waiting for this for years, and I didn't get past the tutorial. I was like, I don't want to do this.
That's fair. And then, as for me, my favorite still kind of lies with Tactics, which I'm hoping to see the Everlace Chronicles hop onto Game Pass, maybe, perhaps. Um, but if I see 10 and 10 2 hop on Game Pass, that would also be mucho gracias. Oh, thanks, Rooster.
Have they remade 3? Thank you. I don't know. I'm in a search engine right now, so I'm not seeing. What do we get? Oh, we
Uh,
got a. Hope the stream goes well. Thank you. Have they done a remake of 3?
they
Yeah, they did
brought it.
in 2006.
Yeah, they brought it over. I believe that's the one that's on the Game Pass right now.
I might sit down and play that because I mean that right there would be like seriously me going back and playing like some childhood shit.
Hmm. Badoop. Okay. So during the week, the Future Games Showcase Spring Edition popped up, and I watched a few of them. A few of these games were fine looking. A few little co-op buddy games, and one game really caught my attention. It is called Project Shadowglass, and man, does it look choppy! But I love it. I
This is
love
what I
it.
feel like RuneScape looks like to people um who don't know what RuneScape is.
I mean, the lighting engine alone made me go, ooh. So, for those who don't know, I enjoyed the original Thief game as jank and as crap as it was. This looks like it plays just like Thief.
I did
Maybe,
play Thief into that redo of it where like they were doing like the new franchise and I didn't really care for it.
yeah,
So yeah,
that one played better too. But if you go back and play the even worse ones, yeah, that one's gonna hurt.
it wasn't even the play style, it was the story. I was kind of getting like with it.
Well, I mean the story too. Deadly Shadows, the third game, was very weird, but
You just broke that man's face.
yep, and then he's gonna splash some water on the ground and trip that guy up. It's a very interesting looking game. Um, I love the style of it. I'm excited to see more from it. I believe it is going to be coming out during the Steam Next Fest in June, I believe. So I'm very excited to try out this demo then. I may even join the Discord so I can keep my eyes
Yeah,
on it.
this looks interesting. Let me know how it is. I kind of dig the art style. This, that's every art style conversation we have from this point on is gonna make me just sit there and flip off NVIDIA more. I'm kind of digging the art style. Like it's fun and it's something we're not really seeing right now.
Yeah, I I also love the fact that they actually animated the water molecules on the water arrows. I really
Yeah,
like that.
seeing the move around it and whatnot. That's really cool.
Badoop. One of my favorite games of my really young youth. My babysitter had this game called The Seventh Guest, and what it was you're the seventh person to enter a manor, and the six before you had already died, and you're trying to
Dun,
figure
dun,
out yeah,
dun.
you're trying to figure out what happened to them. And with
Oh, this looks
that,
fun.
yeah, it had really gaudy FMVs that were super over the top dramatic, like, "Oh, Reginald, where did you go? What was that terrible screaming?" And she would
I
go
like
run.
that, we're getting FMVs to come back to an extent, but now they're all good, and it's like kind of takes out some of the fun.
Yeah, but then again, they said that this is going to be a complete remake, which means there's two puzzles that I remember from the original Seventh Guest that I would be like, let's get rid of those ones. I saw two new puzzles in the trailer alone that made me go, oh, this is completely new. I am here for this. It is going to be dropping later on this year. I don't know anything else about it. That's it. That's all they told
It
us.
looks this looks fun. Do we have platforms? Is it Steam only? Is
uh
it
Steam, Nintendo Switch, the Epic Game Store, Xbox Series XS, and the PS5.
okay? Yeah. Hell, this is one that I could actually potentially see getting for the Switch because it would probably run just fine on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's that heavy, luckily enough.
Is it Switch 1 or Switch 2?
It showed Switch, just regular Switch. It did not say Switch 2, so I'll assume it's the first. But
Vertigo Games is the people doing it. It looks like.
I does not ring any bells to me.
I, I've got it on there. I've got it right here on the thing. So yeah, it's showing Nintendo Switch. It's also showing you can go GOG if you don't want to do Epic or Steam.
Okay.
I mean, I have nothing against Steam. But if you've got qualms with Epic and you don't have a Steam account, GOG is on here. So yeah, you can wish list it for all those platforms right now.
Oh yeah, I love Seventh Guest. And then the
Although,
third, and then
so
the
real quick, wait.
okay,
You said you didn't know them, and you were talking. You're like it didn't ring any bells. Arizona Sunrise the remake, Arizona Sunrise 2, Metro Awakening VR, and Thief VR: Legacy of Shadows are all games that Vertigo did.
Okay, so they have
Yeah,
a good repertoire for making.
yeah,
Okay,
they've been mostly doing VR, so this is kind of cool to see them do something different.
I'm curious if this could actually be in VR. Hmm.
It probably worked just fine. Probably poured over really well. They also did
Hmm.
something called A Fisherman's Tale: After the Fall, and Frank House VR. It's like a learning thing.
Okay.
Uh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Didn't mean to laugh.
Another Fisherman's Tale. There's the original Arizona Sunrise 2, Arizona Sunrise remake, Coaster Combat, Hellsweeper VR, Landfall, Mask Maker, Meeting Rembrandt, Master of Reality. I kind of like that they're doing like these educational VR things. Metro Awakening VR, National Geographic Explore VR, Pathcraft Pet Lab, Picture Party VR, Skyworld Kingdom Brawl, Spaceflight Orbital Emergency, Star Trek Bridge Crew. That sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
That's probably VR. Terminal Seventh Guest remake. They also showed the Seventh Guest on here, so I'm wondering if they did like a port. Oh, it's VR. They did the Seventh Guest as a VR. Yeah, here you go.
Ooh.
It's the same thing as the remake. Is what it's looking like. That's definitely not the old school effects. So yeah, they did it for both VR and this remake that's coming out to everything.
Cool, cool, cool. I might grab it for VR
Um,
because I've been meaning to hop back into VR.
let's see what VR is available for. Steam, MetaQuest, PlayStation 2 VR. Or
Okay.
not PlayStation 2, PlayStation VR 2. So not the VR I have for PlayStation. But MetaQuest, that's the one you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you'd be able to do it.
And
Um,
I got Steam Link, so anything that I buy on Steam, I could just cross it over.
the Wizards Dark Times Brotherhood, Thief VR Legacy of Shadow, Time Stall, Toss, which looks like it's a monkey throwing things, Traffic Jams, Unplugged Air Guitar, interesting, and World of Diving, which sounds fucking terrifying.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Um,
No, dude,
but
I might get the Switch version of this so I can take it on the go.
if
This
this
looks
if this
fun.
sells well, I'm hoping they do the I don't know if it was a sequel, but there was a game that was very similar to this called The 13th Hour. And it basically was very The Seventh Guest, but different motif. It wasn't a mansion, it was a greenhouse that had rooms attached to it. It was very cool. I'm
It's called
hoping
the
to
13th Hour.
I believe it was The 13th Hour.
Okay. I have the 11th Hour.
Ooh.
Interactive movie puzzle adventure game with a horror setting. It is a sequel to the 1993 game The Seventh Guest.
Oh, okay, 11th Hour then. Okay.
Yeah.
How about
So
that?
potential since it's a sequel, I could. Oh, that's a cool poster for that too. I could see it with being a sequel. I could see the potential for this to get a remake if The Seventh Guest does well.
Hmm.
Apparently, in 2012, the 11th Hour was re-released for Windows as a download from .emu and GOG.com. It was re-released again on Steam in October 2013 as part of a collaboration between Trilobite and Night Dive Studios.
Night Dive. Oh, you
Yeah,
sneaky fucks. Yeah, but
but those are just re-releases, so that's not a remake. So yeah,
eh.
if this Seventh Guest does well, that'd be cool to see them do a remake of that as well.
Look at his silly face. This was early CG Morphous style. The
You know,
weird.
I'm pretty sure I dated her in high school.
Pretty sure. But yeah, Night Dive. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are killing it with your remakes. I didn't even know they did this. Um, Only $6. Oh, and Harvester? You guys did Harvester?
Uh,
Oh,
dude, I'm definitely buying the Seventh Guest. Oh no, this is the old version. So the old version of it is available on the Nintendo Switch as well.
okay, that's kind of cool. And then Night Dive also did the game version of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Speaking of,
I do love that story. The game is a pain in the ass.
yeah, the game is a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, so
And
apparently the original version, like old school, the original, is available on Switch for 14.99. It's the famous game remastered, but not the remake. The remake's not showing on there yet, which is interesting. I'll be curious to see how much it costs.
wow, I just went down a long walk down memory lane. Hooey.
Anybody that hasn't read this, go read it.
And then realize that we are in that Doom timeline.
Pretty much.
Mm.
That
But
and go play some System Shock.
oh hell yeah, or Bioshock if you want a little bit better gameplay.
Well, no, because Night Dive did the nice remake.
Oh, that's true. That is
Yeah,
true. That is true.
yeah.
At the very beginning of the showcase was a world premiere for this very interesting looking game where they pull up this giant gate and they have to be quiet. And they very quickly made it well known that this allows you to have weapons and you get to fight this weird paranormal thing that will morph your person. And it is co-op, it is psychological horror. I want to see gameplay called Cordura. And
This is giving some serious creepy vibes so far.
yeah, and I see this guy with this double barrel flintlock thing, and I'm like, I like the look of it. Um, when the trailer finally finished off, I was like, okay, I could get down with it, but sadly no gameplay. I'm hoping to see a little bit more in the near future, maybe even a demo come the Steam Next Fest. Um, something that can have us chase a good style of story.
I love a good story-driven game. Um, I don't know if it showed it yet because my stream's delayed. Do we have a name?
Cordura.
Cordura. Okay.
Yeah, it just says wish list now, no dates, no nothing. Steam and PlayStation are the only logos at the bottom of it. Does not say anything about Xbox. Does not say anything about Steam. Doesn't say Epic Game Store. Just says Steam and PlayStation. So maybe a little bit later it might open up. Hard to say.
So Garage 51
Yeah.
is the one doing it, and on their website they only show Steam and PlayStation 5.
Okay. Bummer. Uh
The tagline is "It's a simple job for men with nerve."
oh. So not me then. Got it.
Four-player cooperative incursion.
Ooh.
Ooh,
The
what? Ooh.
an incursion. That's a word you very rarely hear about a video game.
Yeah, it says Cordura offers a co-op experience for up to four players, where team coordination is key to survival. Part of the team will venture into the dark for the extraction of the Rose of the Night, while others will track the threats and guide the operation to avoid certain death. But in the darkness, no one is safe. Fewer than four players, no problem. The dynamic difficulty system automatically scales the maps and the threat of the night, ensuring a balanced challenge and atmosphere for consistent horror, whether you play solo or with friends.
Hmm.
So, four-player extraction teams, mimic system and verbal deception. The night calls you by name. Proximity voice chat is double-edged sword. The darkness mimics your ally's voice to lure you into the abyss. I really don't like robots copying my voice, personally. Like,
I don't either, but at the same time, if I heard you calling me a dingbat, I'd be like, okay, that might be you. And then I would be like, okay, I'm coming over, and then it would not be you, and then I would die.
Sandy and the companion bond. Your sanity shatters in the dark. Only a physical reunion with a teammate restores it if that ally is truly human and not the masked horror. Permadeath. Every loss is permanent. Survivors must choose risk everything to recover the body and gear of a fallen or prioritize safety. Evolving procedural labyrinths. No two runs are the same. The mansion shifts in real time. Mark the walls to navigate before creeping corruption erases your path.
I like that.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the robot copying my voice is the only thing I don't like. Because like I would really rather not have a server making copies of my voice and storing that shit because I don't trust people.
That is
I know it
true.
sounds a little conspiracy theorist, but you know the amount of data leaks we have in this fucking world.
Yeah. We just received a letter from a company saying, "Hey, your stuff may have been leaked. Here's what you can do."
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of I have multiple monitoring things for my credit and identity and whatnot. And I just recently got another fucking alert to add to the list of shit.
I was like, "Why? Please, come on now. I was having such a good time."
I wasn't, but you know.
Well, before the letter arrived. Um, Next up on the list, a very interesting Metroidvania coming from the Barbarian Saga, The Beastmaster. This is the first of, I believe, 4 games that are going to be coming out is fall of 2026 on everything, including the Nintendo Switch. It looks like an old school Flash game, but with a little bit more polish. I'm really here for it. The art style looks very hand drawn. I don't have any major issues with it. The music was a
No, I like
little.
this. Oh, that was out of nowhere. Um,
What was that in order?
uh, oh, it was just a very chesty scene. Uh,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
what's with the music?
It was fine. It felt very lacking. Not very what is it? Not very Symphony of the Night, but more like Aria of Sorrow.
I'm digging the different moves.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm wanting to see a little bit
that's
more.
that's
I'm
a
hoping.
yeah. Clearly, with where you paused it.
But on a more serious note, I would like to see more from this come the next fest. Next fest, I would love to see a lot more Metroidvanias. I did only play one Metroidvania when the last Next Fest was around, and I didn't exactly enjoy it. I would love to see more Metroidvanias. Those are a very small, narrow field nowadays. Like, I've downloaded Nine Souls on the Xbox, and I haven't dived into that, but that's the only one I can think of that I need to get into, which is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, I like a good Metroidvania. I just find that a lot of them feel very repetitive.
Yeah,
Um, and the stories are lacking. This one looks like it's bringing in some really cool um combat stuff.
mechanics.
So hopefully, yeah. So hopefully the story's good too.
I hope so. Looks very He-Man also in the poster. I have
Yeah,
the
I was kind of
power.
thinking that.
Badoop. We talked about this game a couple months back called Stupid Never Dies and how strange it was to have a full music video playing for a beat 'em up style game that has roguelite elements and it felt very weird. It was very sweary because sweary helped out on this. I think it's sweary. It's either Suda or sweary. Even still, it's one of those weirdos. I like the look of it. It is very hack and slash meets card game. And now they've added a little bit more of the story of you play as the zombie character trying to revive your frozen love. And I'm like, okay. I like the simplicity of it. It's very oh, what is that other game? That's hack and slash in this Dante's Inferno. You're just
You know, I only played like the first like 20 minutes of that.
Yeah, yeah, it was an okay hack and slasher, but this one looks super interesting. You got powers that can change your form from like a werewolf to like a giant ogre to a devil into
It's
a
very colorful.
vampire. I was like, this is kind of fucking cool. Um, yeah, I might actually be here for if they have a demo come when Steam Next Fest pops up. I'm hoping most of these pop up on Steam Next Fest.
The humor is kind of giving me a little bit of Sunset Overdrive.
A little bit. It definitely does add a
Like
little bit of
it
that pop glam style of Sunset
Yeah, I'm
Overdrive.
not seeing the pop culture references, which is fine. But like, it's very colorful. It's got, the whole go and the teddy bear. Yeah, they're definitely not saying they copied it, but
The
it's got
colors.
that same kind of taste to it.
Yeah. Well, you said taste when he just literally ate something out of a weird werewolf character.
And not on my
Uh
screen, haven't gotten there yet.
I'm hoping some of these games I can play on the Steam Next Fest because AAA or not, I would love to. uh, I'm on board with you. I want to play demos again. Like I
Oh, there he
was,
goes. There's something.
yeah,
Um, I love that, we're getting so many demos because like that's really what helped me decide on buying games back in the day. That's how I decided that I wanted Arkham Asylum. Was I played that demo on repeat, dude. Like I played that demo so many times. Um, like so much so that when I actually got the game and the map didn't go the way the demo went, I was like, wait a minute, what?
yeah, yeah.
um, no, I love that, there's a lot of demos right now. Especially because games have gotten so expensive, it's really like you're gonna have to let me taste your game. Yes, I'm using taste again. Before I decide that, it's worth the money.
And I concur. It is a flavor that you want to enjoy. So I would say you don't play games, you taste them.
Mhm.
And one of these games got a new gameplay trailer that I'm kind of really excited for called Samson. And during this little trailer, it was very during
Samsonite, I was way off.
yeah. Uh, I really enjoy Sleeping Dogs. I still have to finish it. I I'm playing Dishonored right now, so I'm working on one game at a time.
I
Um,
never finished Dishonored.
Uh, it's not what I thought it was, so I'm just gonna slog through it and get to Dishonored 2, and I heard
When
Dishonored 2 is
Dishonored
better.
came out, I had a roommate and we both started Dishonored at the same time. Um, but he was working part time and I wasn't. And I come home one night and I'm doing dishes and he starts yelling at the TV and I'm like, "What's going on?" He goes, "It's the end! It's the end! It's the end!" And I watched the ending of the game that I had barely played happen right in front of me.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, hopefully this game doesn't get spoiled out for you because apparently it has multiple endings depending on who you work for. Because you can choose to be a rough and tumble gangster, or you can try and be a vigilante in the midst of what you're trying to do. It looks very Sleeping Dogs. It looks really good. I don't know what city this is still. Hang on, let me back up to where the city streets kind of. What's that? LAPD? Um, let me back up a little bit.
it may just not actually be a real city.
Right. I would hope that it would be. I mean, it gives a little bit of New York, but at the same, Tyndalson, yeah,
Yeah,
Tyndalston. Okay.
yeah, I'm assuming that's fake. Hey,
I'm
but I
assuming.
mean, look at the GTA franchise. That's all built off of fake.
Yeah. I I'm hoping that it has a really branched out open world where you can do whatever the hell you want. The combat looks very. It looks a little GTA mixed in with Sleeping Dogs. Very gritty,
It
really
feels a
real.
little heavy, a little meaty. You're very close to your character while
Yeah.
doing this.
Um. I'm during the trailer. He does a little bit of the staring at a broken mirror type of monologue. It looks like you get a little bit of actual like crash mechanics where you can just smash up folks, very Burnout Revenge style. I'm like, okay, I'm here for that style of game. I'm hoping that this one hops out a demo when it's ready, but the game is going to be ready this year, so
Hmm.
I'm hoping we can try it before we buy it. I believe it just is April. Yeah, April 8th. So I don't
The
even
car
know.
crash is nice. Like the way they did that, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Um.
be interested to see where this one goes. I don't know that this is one that I'm like hyped for, but I'd be interested to see where it goes.
Apparently, if this one sells well, the next of the Tindleston stories will arise. They said that this is going to be the first of three that they're hoping that does well. So if
Mm.
people buy it, you could see some more of it, which is nice. Speaking of seeing more of something, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly is getting a remake. And I shit myself with the original, let alone a remake that is adding even more scary shit. Um, I really loved Fatal Frame. I have not beaten two. I've beaten one, three, and four.
I've never actually played them.
Um,
I know
it's
of them. I've seen the gameplay. I've never actually played them myself.
you. It's it puts you in a weird mentality of don't keep snapping photos. You have to wait until they attack you to get that perfect picture, the fatal frame. And I'm like, I don't want them getting near me at all. So it's running the difficulty curve of how close do you want them to get to you before you take that
Hmm.
picture. And then it gets into like weird Japanese spiritualism mixed in with ritualism, and then it gets really creepy later on by being like none of us really died here, but
Hey, spoilers.
well, it talks about it at the very beginning.
Sure it does.
It does, because I've never beat it. Uh, it's a shit crappingly heavy game. Plus the remake may change all of that, considering you showed me a TikTok of a gentleman talking about it. There's a Mr. X in
Right.
the game now. I was like, I didn't need it. It didn't fucking need it. Ugh.
I
But
mean, I'm gonna give it to you.
I was gonna say it's coming out later on this year. No, 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 no. It came out literally yesterday.
Oh shit. Okay.
Uh,
What platforms?
Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam, with a demo that is the opening scene, which is everything pretty much that I've played and maybe a little less. But even so, you could download a demo for this right now.
Sweet.
Badu. One of Quincy's favorite dynamic duos, Jay and Silent Bob, get their sequel of a video game thanks to Atari and Digital Eclipse. Chronic Blunt Punch, dropping April 20th, 2026. A lot of fart humor, a lot of very interesting combat mechanics. Um, weed jokes also. They're around.
Well,
Both
yeah.
Dante and Randall are around as tag teams. Um, there are donkeys. If you've seen Clerks 3, you know what I'm talking about.
Works too.
Or 2, thank you. Clerks 2, you know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, it has some very strange references mixed in there.
But
Uh,
I do like a good classic arcade beat 'em up.
oh yeah, it is a very good old fashioned beat 'em up. It's
So
very River
I
City
have Mall
Ransom.
Brawl. I might get this as well.
Have you beaten World Bro?
No, but I didn't have a Switch for a while. Like I bought it, had a Switch, then didn't have a Switch, and recently got a Switch again.
Mm,
And I had to start over on all my games because I lost all my save files.
fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you
Like I'm
finish
gonna
the
have to
one first.
restart Arceus at some point. I've already had to restart Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna eventually have to restart Arceus at some point, and I was almost done with Arceus.
Ew. Fair enough. But even still, April, what would I say, 20th? April 20th, right around the corner. Less than, no, a little bit more than a month. And you should have this one in the back pocket.
Yeah, does it say platforms? Are we talking?
Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and PS5 and PS4.
I might buy it for the Switch because it's where I have the other one.
Hmm. Fair enough. But Alex dropped on Street Fighter 6. I played him a little bit, and he's fine. That's all I can say. He definitely acts just like Kenny Omega. A lot of people are having an issue with his story mode, and I'm not going to go into that here because it is very strange. But at the same time, I'm not going to throw him into that type of thing.
I
I
mean,
think,
in this image, he kind of just looks like a buff version of Jay.
yeah, a little bit, yeah, a little bit. They definitely gave him a really interesting looking costume for this time around. At least he's not shirtless, so sleeves are bullshit though. But his mechanics are very different than Third Strike and Street Fighter Five. Yes, he's no longer a charge character, but he has a new Prowler stance that allows him to get in close and stay fucking close. I did a mirror match with a buddy yesterday because I had a rental, so I used this character for an hour, and I don't think I think I won maybe once with Alex, but he
I
is a
need you to explain that to me.
yeah he was he if you're in, you can stay in, but if you fall back even once, he's really hard to get a ball rolling with. It was so odd. But then I beat his ass with Zangief, so I don't know.
No, no, I need you to explain a rental to me.
Oh, so with Street Fighter 6, you get rental characters where you can use them toward any of the ones that are in the passes, like Akuma, Sagat, Alex, so on, and you get them for 1 hour.
Okay.
And I used the one that I got a month ago, and I waited for Alex to come out, and I only got to play him for the hour.
So is the idea to let you test the character to see if you want to buy the character?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I can get
What
behind that.
would I want to buy the character? Yes, but as far as cost is
Nerd.
concerned, $13 per character or 30 for the year pass. Kinda,
Hmm.
kinda
And
tough.
with the year pass, I'm assuming after that year you stop having them, I have to pay the 30 again.
No, after the you get for that year. There's year one, two, and three. He is in year three. Once you purchase it, you own him for good.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's better than what I was thinking.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's still pricey.
yeah. And I mean, if you're wanting all three of the years, that's $90. Mm. That's pricey for 12
I mean,
characters.
that's more than the damn game.
That is correct. Hopefully, I get to see this when it hits a little bit more of a better sale when Capcom does the usually whenever Resident Evil does their DLC we talked about last week. Usually, whenever they hold either a DLC or a new game release, they'll throw everything on sale because they fucking love sales. Um, and hopefully, I'll see the fighter passes drop that. Quincy, when was the last time you hit an arcade?
Physically? Like
Yes.
punched it? Like I mean,
Oh,
probably when we went because we did the boxing game. No.
that is true.
You count Dave and Buster's, right?
Sure.
Probably like 3 4 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you play Cyberpunk 2077 Chrome Rush, where you play as V or one of the other various uh, OK characters in a San Francisco Rush style racing game? Actually, I would probably go Road Rash.
On a unlimited play day, yes. They have a shooting um game, a cyberpunk game at one of the Dave and Buster's I go to. But every time I go, it doesn't fucking work. It just eats my tokens.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, I would probably give this a shot on like an unlimited play day or something like that. But I'm not gonna waste tokens on a racing game because I play for tickets.
that is true. I also do that. On an unlimited play day, yeah, this seems like it would be an idea because considering now these types of games usually cost $2 to play, and eh, I would rather push that $2 towards something a little bit better. Um, but I'm happy to see more Cyberpunk in the world in general. Surprised that it's a racing game, but not angry at it. But I've been talking about Marvel Rivals a little bit. I haven't been getting back into it just because I like my blood pressure at a low. But some of these skins and characters that they're releasing made me go, ooh, ooh. Oh, thank you for the subscription.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
So the new season 7 is gonna include Rocker Hella, a really nice looking scarecrow hanged man style Penny Parker and her robot, an okay looking casual Loki, and a very interesting looking Adam Warlock. But overall, everybody looks good. Everybody looks great.
Wait,
However,
where's the interesting Adam Warlock?
over here on the end,
It's not Adam Warlock.
that's not Adam.
No.
As far as I know, is
Um,
Adam.
is that what they're calling him?
Yeah.
Because that is the Living Tribunal.
And what is that a reference to? Like,
I mean, it's the Living Tribunal. Like that's what it is.
oh, I don't.
Uh, Let me give you the Marvel page real quick on him.
Okay. Well,
Is a vastly powerful humanoid cosmic entity who has existed as long as the universe itself. Its function is to safeguard the multiverse from an imbalance of mystical forces. It may act to prevent one universe from amassing more power than any of the others, or
yeah,
from upsetting the cosmic balance in some way. But I mean, if they're calling him Adam in this, that's weird, but
yeah.
interesting.
It's just a skin for Adam,
That's interesting.
huh? But also, business casual Rocket is also another interesting one that they've thrown in there.
Business casual.
Um, and two new characters have already been announced for Marvel Rivals: Silver Wolf and Black Cat.
Nice.
I can already see some of the lines between Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man and Black Cat being very well put together. Do you know anything about Silver Wolf?
No.
Okay, I believe Silver Wolf might be one of the new creations that have come up recently in Marvel, and they're throwing them into Rivals to get them more popular. So far, super interesting. Their kit is very weird. Um, Black Cat will be released in the 7.5 the halfway mark of season 7, and from what they're already whispering about her kit, she is going to be very nimble comparative to the rest of the characters. So
Makes sense.
I'm gonna leave that there for you for a moment. Uh,
Damn,
I
just out me to everybody.
is she or is she not your favorite?
No, she's not.
Mm. Who is your favorite Spider?
Felicia is an asshole. So,
Okay,
MJ.
MJ. Okay.
Yeah.
But even still, I'm hoping to. I don't want to climb back into Marvel Rivals because that's it. I like my blood pressure low, man. I don't want to get salty again. But looking at all of these really nice Marvel characters, and I'm starting to collect the Marvel Rivals comic, I I gotta do something, you know.
Dude, I have to
So
run by the comic shop. I've been paying my bill online, but haven't actually picked up the comics in over like 3 months.
so you got yourself a short box ready to pick up.
Pretty much. Like I just been paying the damn bill.
Well, but I mean, at least you're doing that, you know.
Well, yeah, I don't want to screw over the shop and support small little businesses and whatnot.
Yes,
But like, I've just been so busy and I haven't gone and picked it up. Like, I'm gonna need to take a vacation where all I do is read my comics so I can get caught up.
true that. But I remember when I keep saying Fortnite's list of things that aren't in Fortnite is growing shorter and shorter. One of those things on that list was definitely not Warner Brothers cartoons, such as Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Well, guess who just joined Fortnite Chapter 7, Season 2?
My
Mother.
assumption is that this is to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Space Jam, but the fact that none of it's Space Jam stuff makes me think otherwise.
Maybe, perhaps, but as of right now, it is just confirmed that it is Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Those are the only two that are confirmed for right now. I I mean, I'm happy to see Bugs. I just don't want to see Bugs holding a shotgun and, tearing up anybody.
It was fine when Elmer did it.
It was fine when Elmer did it, but I mean, it was funny when Elmer did it. It's not funny when Bugs does it.
Ain't
But
I a stinker?
Stinkers load shotgun maliciously. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, Thursday, the new season will be dropping. I'll be probably watching the little trailer that it's going to be a part of. Check out the season pass, but I probably won't be purchasing this one for the first time in like 4 years because I just have not been playing.
I
Something
mean,
to
yeah, I don't do Fortnite.
Yeah, something to note, however, when looking at the postmarks, Adventure Time is also a part of it. Where I'm like, oh, we already had Finn and Jake, and I think Fiona and
Princess Bubblegum.
Princess Bubblegum and Lemongrab. And I'm like,
No,
okay,
do I get bonus points for actually knowing the characters for
yeah,
a
you
show I
get
don't watch?
you get bonus points. But they of course showed all the weird brain rot things, and I'm like, well, hopefully we get some more Adventure Time characters because Adventure Time has really good characters, and I would like to see them in more things. Uh, a weird one to talk about because I don't quite know how it's gonna be. Monopoly Star Wars Heroes versus Villains. It was just a mild teaser with a bunch of dice in the back, and
I
it
feel like
says
they did something like this already, but maybe I'm just remembering wrong.
I mean, they of course have the regular Monopoly Star Wars, but I don't know what the heroes and villains portion is going to be about.
Yeah.
It says tune in on April 29th. I'm probably going to check it out then. It's probably going to be like, oh, hey, we're releasing it on May the 4th,
Hmm.
um, so I'll check it out then. I'm just a little frustrated on for this dynamic team-based twist on the classic Monopoly experience. There is no such
I
thing
would,
as teams in Monopoly.
well, I mean, it's probably not going to play at all like regular Monopoly. Whenever they do these weird versions of Monopoly, I get a little.
Yeah, we'll
Like
see.
I've got an adventures one that's really weird. I'm like, I don't even know that I want to play this.
The one that you can quote unquote cheat in is a weird one.
I like the new expansions that they're doing, but I don't like the cheaters version of Monopoly. That thing annoys me.
Yeah, I don't want to cheat to win, and I don't want anyone else to cheat to win.
Although I've already got friends that think it's acceptable to cheat Monopoly, so maybe that's also why I don't like it.
Yeah. And
Because
as
I've got friends that very much feel it's okay to take money from the bank if the bank's not looking, and that if someone doesn't remember to charge you rent by the time someone rolls, then you just get away with not paying rent. And I'm like, that's not no, we're not doing that. No,
no, hold your friends accountable. uh,
hold
Brad,
them over a bucket of water.
Brad, who gave us the subscription in chat, also had said, "I can't wait to see the AI RTX things I can do on my free time." I, I don't. Mm-mm.
Burn your ramp stick.
If you've seen how bad it gets, man, it's time for shoe news. First set of shoe news kind of goes alongside of our old school tea motif, with the brew and biscuits, where it showcases cookies on the shoestrings with a nice, like a caramel color. I actually really enjoy the color scheme of it. I believe on the inside of the shoe there is also cookies in there. Yeah, there's some cookies to mix in with your tea. Um,
Biscuits. It's British. Remember that.
right. I'm sorry. Yes, you are correct. Biscuits. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm too American. They are going to be dropping on March 28th, priced at $130. Not too terrible for dunk lows that are pretty dang good looking, and I would assume fully customed to look like this. Doop. I don't quite get the Lego slash Nike Air Max 95 neon, aside from the logo on the tongue and the little Lego figure on the back. I see a few Lego holes, I guess, down at the bottom. I don't know. This just doesn't feel Lego for me. Let me pull up this one. There we go. I'll pull up that image.
You know, I'm looking at it, and I'm not really feeling feeling the Lego either.
Like it definitely has like cartoon, like maybe a little Ben 10. Like it feels Ben 10 to me. But yeah, Lego, not quite. But this one is March 28th for grade schoolers and preschoolers at $162. I ain't paying no dang $162 for these shoes to get to shred on a playground.
You also don't have kids, so
True that. I mean, I got nieces and nephews.
fair
Um,
point. Fair point.
Badoop. We've
No,
talked.
I chalk shoes up to very much be something I let the parents of the nieces and nephews buy. I buy the cool things. Like I bought my nephew his own version of a recliner built for kids to match his dad's recliner.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. And it had had a drink holder, it had a spot for him to put his tablet because they very much raised a tablet kid. Um, yeah,
for the last couple of weeks, we talked about bullairs.com and how their expensive custom SB Dunk lows and other various types of shoes are both very pricey, but also still pretty dang good looking. Um, to celebrate the Leprechaun St. Patrick's Day, they have announced the Bloody Edition of Leprechaun's Revenge and the regular edition of Leprechaun's Revenge, and subjected them to, I believe, 10 units apiece, and they sold immediately. And one
if
out
you
of
bought these, especially at this price, go ahead.
oh, one of the lucky individuals will win an additional gold pair.
If you
Like,
bought these, especially if you win the gold pair, if you bought these at the $450 price, it had better be to go and get Warwick Davis to sign them.
yeah, yeah. I concur. Like these look, as far as like stylized shoes go, fan fucking tastic. Especially the bloody, like the blood etched ones. I would pay the extra
Yeah, the
fifty
blood
bucks.
ones are cool.
I'd pay the extra $50 for it. The gold
I mean, I
ones,
wouldn't buy these at all because of the price tag, but yeah.
yeah, the gold ones, I would probably have them sign with like a silver pen, and oh man, that would look so good on that gold. But yeah, $450, $399 for the regular ones. I also would not wear them, not for that price tag. But as said, they immediately sold as soon as I got the email for these in my inbox. They were already gone, which is terrible, but cool, I guess. Heading over to the movie side of things, I got excited. Finally, Sony decided to include one of my favorite individuals into the MCU once more, and had him do a couple quips with the web slinger. And I thoroughly enjoyed this 2.5 minute long trailer of Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Oh my god! If you haven't seen this
It
trailer,
was a pretty good trailer. As a disgustingly large Spidey fan, I had fun with this. But I was expecting more than what we got. So I'm kind of interested to see. I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch another trailer. If I just want to wait till it comes out.
yeah, okay, I'll stop playing it then.
No, no, I
But
watched the trailer. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I want to watch more as they show more of the movie because you know how they get with trailers now. They spoil so
y-
much of the movie now.
yeah, as much as that they hire these people to not talk about anything, yeah, they do that mostly in the trailers. Happy to see Frank. Happy to see that he had his foul mouth stopped very quickly by Spidey. Good quips. I can't wait to see more of them in the movie. Do we have a date for the movie? July 31st,
Yeah,
right around the corner.
I got a lot of Marvel to watch. I'm so behind.
And I believe we have less than a week until the start of Born Again season 2.
I still
Yeah,
haven't watched season one because I'm behind.
yeah, yeah. I watched a little bit of Echo. I'm glad I skipped it. It's not great.
Haven't watched Echo. Haven't watched Daredevil. Haven't watched Ironheart. Haven't
I
watched Quantum Mania. Haven't watched Fantastic Four. Haven't watched season 2 of Loki.
ooh ooh yeah, catch up on
Hmm.
that. Yeah. I'm hoping you can catch up to just in time for this at least, because there's gonna be a lot that's probably gonna get spilled out from Daredevil season 2 that's gonna probably etch into this a little.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
assuming. Oh boy. Oh, Badoo. Uh, Heading over to a bunch of theaters, some popcorn buckets and drinks and blankets. Uh, Not something I would buy at a Regal theater, but sure, fine. A black diamond cup, a silver diamond cup, and a poster cup for the movie Michael. A popcorn hat bucket and a tin with
I
a
think the hat bucket is very clever.
the hat bucket is very clever. The tin with the lid, miss me with that plain ass shit. Yeah, give me that.
Well,
Give
it's
me that.
supposed to be the gold record.
Oh, okay. Well, now that I know it's a gold record, it gets a point, but still, popcorn hat. Um, I I personally don't think I would get any of these, even if I had
Um,
the extra
I
funding
don't
to
think
buy
I
them.
would get any of them, but if I were to, it would be the hat.
Yeah, just that.
Yeah,
I don't know about. I would want to know the dimensions on the blanket and if it's fleece, because I
it's
worry
probably
that
one
it's
of those.
cheapy
It's
ones.
it's probably one of those cheap ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like a bath mat just
it
from the
kind of
picture.
does.
Yeah. But heading over to the other side, one that a couple people in our lives are excited for, The Devil Wears Prada 2 has a bunch of handbag style popcorn
It's
buckets.
me. I'm the people in our lives that's excited.
I mean, apparently a lot of people are excited for this movie. I'm not one of the fashionistas that enjoy this kind of thing, but I guess
Well, that's the thing. You don't need to be a fashionista to enjoy it because it's it yes, fashion is like such a big part of it, but there's so much more to it than that. I really enjoyed the original film. Um, I don't know if I'll go see this in theaters. I might, depends on time and whatnot. But my girlfriend really wants the handbag, so we'll probably go see it and get the handbag.
all right. How about any of these little keychains with the stilettos that have the little pitchforks on them?
You know, I don't get keychains because it's like, how many keychains can I have?
True.
But they are showing one on the bag already. It's different than the other ones, but I could see, people getting the other keychains and adding them all to the bag. That would be kind of cool.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm assuming that's another blanket in the corner.
I also kind of either an actual bath mat for your stilettos with the pitchforks to stand on. There are,
You in the bad hats.
I mean, they look like it. What do you want me to say? Um, they have these really interesting, like, old school style coffee cups. The ones that look like obules, like potions.
I'm
Um,
pretty sure those are meant for wine.
oh, goblets, wine goblets. Yeah, maybe. And then you got
Yeah,
the
I think that's what those are.
plastic tumblers with the straw and lid. Some interesting metal tin popcorn bucket, and an etched popcorn bucket that has the cityscape in the background, kind of like etched into the metal. Kind of neat, kind of all right. And then a AMC theaters exclusive of the sunglasses, which is
Those are a part of the AMC Dolby Cinema experience on April 30th. So those are very specific for the glasses.
okay.
Um, so people like, if that's what you're aiming for is the glasses, that's a very specific thing.
Okay. Is it going to enhance the experience of the movie?
I don't think they did anything like that. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to see more products for movies in this way. I mean, I thought last year was going to be the year of the popcorn bucket when this year I've seen more popcorn buckets being announced than
That's the thing is
last
that
year.
the theaters are figuring that they have found that this is a way they can start making some fucking money because they're not making dick off the tickets because of how much the studios take. So
True. And I mean, how much does this all cost in reality to manufacture? Probably not too
Right, it
terrible.
probably doesn't cost them dick, and we spent $30 on the popcorn buckets. I haven't bought any of the popcorn buckets. I was gonna buy the Scream one this year, um, but there was a bunch of stuff that led to me not doing that. So
Okay.
I have not bought any of the popcorn buckets for any of these movies. I didn't buy any of the Deadpool ones. I didn't buy the Dune one that everyone is very friendly with. Um, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And one little last minute news between Pizza Hut and Space Jam's 30th anniversary. They have a the trio box. If anyone remembers that trio box that they had way back when, where it's two pizzas, a side, and a dessert, all crammed into this pretty fair sized box that has all three that slide out like a shelving unit. They haven't had that for a long time, so I assume they're literally bringing it back for this 30th anniversary, and it comes in a Space Jam style box, which is kind of also neat. I haven't had Pizza Hut in a very long while. I haven't had pizza in a while. Um, but I could see grabbing one of these, maybe, perhaps if it's inexpensive, of course.
that's the thing is like
Pizza's kind of pricey.
I can eat all that by myself. I should not eat all that by myself.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
There's no reason for me to buy that because it would be me eating that alone, and that is horrible.
I mean, it's food for 5 days. That's not terrible if you space it out between the 5 days.
There you go.
True. That's all I got. Oh, did I lose Q?
Yeah, for a second I had to reset the headset.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Alrighty. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check out the Throne if you guys want to help out the podcast by helping us out with the small bits and pieces, or even throwing some Pokemon cards Quincy's way.
If you're watching live, we very much appreciate any subscriptions, whether they're Prime ones, regular ones, or bits, or just a simple follow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Follow us. Follow us on Quincy's threads or here on the Twitch channel. Head over to the Discord if you happen to want to talk to us live. Follow me on my Twitter or on my new Instagram, where all I've been reblogging is a bunch of rats and really cool, sick art from a lot of really cool artists. Check out Hero Forge if you happen to want to grab some of their really interesting looking character dioramas that they started making. You can customize every single character in it and have it 3D printed and shipped in under a week, which is kind of cool. And of course, if you have only $5, you can grab the STL file and print it locally at one of your local libraries if you don't have a 3D printer.
Well, check your local libraries to see if they offer it. Not all local libraries can offer that, but a lot do.
Thank you, Q. Check out Humble Bundle. How about good old charities with some very inexpensive games or comics? Those covers look really cool, and I'm thinking about it, but probably not. But go and check them out if you happen to want to help out charity while getting some kick-ass games. Every single day has been something new over there, so be sure to check them out. Zenny, get you some very inexpensive glasses. I'm wearing the same pair I bought 4 months ago. Still fantastic. I have
I
no
really got to
notes.
get to the eye doctor and do that.
Yes. You can just ask your if you have any. They take most insurances. If you even have the bronze of the low end of the low, go in there, get your eye test done for like $20. Grab the prescription, head over to Zen. You'll pay another $25 for a very inexpensive pair of the renew, reuse, recycle pair of glasses, plus whatever the extra things you want, such as transitions or the new IQ defense ones that prevent uh they kind of stop like QR code reading where it does not scan through eyes. So if there's anything that does like retinal scans,
Really?
it cannot read through the glasses. It like has a
That's
shade of
interesting. I hadn't heard
uh
about that.
it's like a soft blue, and it
Hmm.
anytime there's like a photo is attempted to take a picture through it, it turns it like a soft gray. And I'm like, that's kind of neat. And it stops whatever from doing it. So in photos, it'll make you look like you're wearing sunglasses, but at least you're protected from things that want to read your eyes. Not that I know anything that can do that, but still, that is available through Zenny. A link down in the description. The No Ice in Montana, No Ice in Minnesota has stopped, but you could still go help out that charity by going to the itch.io link down in the description. I will add it there for probably this next week, and then I will probably remove it. Um, and that's it. At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please love one another. It is certainly free to do. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Whee!